Can you just flesh out a little bit the optics and the timing of this visit?
Sure, Rish. So Xi Jinping has not been traveling much in the last 3 years. He's only been, first trip since the pandemic was to Central Asia. Then he was in Indonesia and Thailand for G20 and APEC. And so this will be his first trip really outside of the immediate neighborhood of China. And he is picking to go to Saudi Arabia. I think that speaks to the importance that the Chinese have put on this relationship. And as you mentioned, the recent bumpiness in relations between Saudi Arabia and the U.S. puts even more interest on how Xi Jinping manages this relationship. Obviously, China buys a lot more oil from Saudi Arabia now than the U.S. does. And so the importance in terms of getting hold of strategic energy resources and managing the future relationship in the fore.
So it goes beyond economic and commercial relationship, John.
Obviously, China relies on the Middle East, on Saudi Arabia specifically to power its economy, much more than the U.S. does after the shale revolution there in America. And so being able to influence, having influence in the Middle East is huge for China and the Middle East. Having an alternative in terms of a customer, in terms of someone who can act as a power broker, an alternative to the United States is also, of course, very important. And obviously, one country that's not been talked about is Iran in that neighborhood, and Saudi obviously having this competitive relationship there with Iran, and how China, what role China could play in that balancing act, I think is very much in everybody's interest.